William.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you want to join a cult?
Sure. I mean, no, I don't.
You think that'd be fun? You think that'd be a fun thing to do?
I mean,
we join a cult.
I don't want to join a cult.
I'm pretty sure we did this joke already, but I don't remember.
I
honestly.
don't know, and I don't think it matters. I think my answer is still gonna be no. I do not want to be isolated within a cult and forced to do horrible practices.
I mean, hold on. We don't have to join it. We can spend just like the weekends with them, right? That's just a weekend thing to do.
Oh.
So you know how cults, they make you fill out forms for legal reasons?
Yeah.
And they put you why you want to join our organization. I have nothing to do this weekend. That's what I put. I'm gonna quit on Monday.
Jesus Christ, dude.
This is just a weekend trip for me, you know.
Just a weekend
you think
trip.
They'll accept that?
Up into the up into the
cults
mountains, just like among like a cannibalistic ritual, a cannibalistic cult.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. I'll join you guys. I'll do all your fun camp. I'll do all your fun camp activities for the weekend, and then on Monday I have to go home.
Jesus. Okay. All right then.
That's what I told the cult leader. I was like, yeah. I'm good with all your work stuff, you crazy guys do, but I just gotta go home on Monday. That's it.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
You know,
then.
I have a busy schedule and everything. I can't spend my entire week with you guys. As much fun as it sounds, you know. I just don't know if people say, I'm just here for the weekends.
Just here for the weekend.
What do you guys do? You guys cook food or something? You know, you guys drink tea or something, right?
God, dude.
What do you guys do?
Oh my God. I mean, oh yeah. You know what? I'm down with it. We can just document the recordings. The cult, man.
It's just a bunch of fun cult activities, you know. I bet all these stuffs are fun to do.
Oh yeah, sure.
Right?
Just like sacrificing a live goat to a satanic ritual is fun. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I bet that'd be fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's a good learning experience.
Yeah.
You learn to skin animals. You open your worldview. Right. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Because before you didn't know about satanic ritual to summon the dark forces of Earth, but now you do. you can put that on a resume. What skills do you know how to do? Skin a goat.
Okay, Jesus. Look, man. I'm not about to go up to a fucking cult and ask them to open the Book of the Dead, alright? That doesn't sound like a fun time to me. Now, if it was the book...
Yeah, no, you tend to open it, but we gotta close it by Monday, though. That's it.
Yeah,
that's my only... That's it. It's like, yeah. You guys can open the Book of the Undead to summon them, but we gotta close it by Monday. That's when I gotta go, you know.
So like it's like oh yeah, you can have all this world ending stuff, but we gotta end it by Monday, man. I got a job to go. So
Yeah, I gotta go home. You know, my wife will yell at me.
Oh my God. It's like, oh, well, you know what, maybe with this world ending stuff, you might not have a wife. It's like, hey, man, you can't guarantee that for me. I still gotta go back.
I gotta visit my kids. I get to see my kids every other week. This is the week I get to see my kids from the divorce.
Jesus Christ.
Look, my life's been rough ever since the divorce. That's why I'm joining this cult this weekend.
It's like, I'll join every other weekend, I promise you. I just gotta go back on Monday, man.
Yeah, I'll join you guys for cult activities every week that doesn't involve me looking after my kids.
God. Oh God. Wow, that's a legit. We legit took like what 3 minutes on that.
Yeah. Hey William, you know what's the best thing about cults though?
Yeah, sure.
It reminds me about the last day of American crime.
Oh my. Okay, sure. It's a segue. It works. Yeah, it works.
That's a segue. We're using that segue.
Yeah. Okay.
But before we go into that segue, before we talk about the last day of American crimes, right, we should talk about The Last of Us 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You still have those Last of Us 2 monologues to go through, right?
No, yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, another like. Oh man, I'm really going into it. Another thing I forgot to mention in terms of the story structure.
Well, I'm eating melons. Just take your time while I eat these melons.
Okay, but it's like another thing that happened. I forgot to mention this about the story structure in Ellie's part. This is at the end of each day there would be a flashback to kind of show the relationship of how Joel and Ellie were in the years after the incident with the Firefly incident.
Oh yeah. By the way, how long does The Last of Us 2 take place after The Last of Us 1? It's like a few weeks, right?
No, it's like 4 years later, man.
It's like the next weekend,
No,
right?
it's not
the weekend where you gotta look after your kids.
God. Yeah, like no matter what kind of post-apocalyptic ship we gotta go to, I still gotta visit my kids, man. Jesus. No, but like they had these nice bits where they kind of show like the whole Firefly thing is a sticking point at the end of the first game in part 1, and then they make it a point to kind of mention it as Ellie's kind of dream at the end of each day when Ellie's just resting. And so it's like it goes back to a day where it's like, you know, it's Joel and Ellie. It's Ellie's birthday. Joel takes her out to a fucking to a museum, and you know, they basically have a very very nice day out. And then until like there's something that kind of reminds Ellie about like the whole Firefly incident, like you see like the symbol and stuff. And then because of that, things kind of get a little become a bit strained between the relationship. Then it goes to the next flashback after day 2, where they're basically they're not really talking, or like there's a weird energy around the two, and it's just like Ellie. It's apparent that Ellie's been trying to get Joel to open up about the Fireflies.
Boy, I hope me eating melons doesn't get caught up on the camera.
I mean, you're mentioning eating melons will get caught on the mic, so. So there's that, but anyway, it's just like flashback sequences that kind of show how the relationship kind of fell apart, and so it's like when you're watching this, you're kind of wondering why she's out for revenge if she just ended it with Joel at some point, which I hoped was going to be a lot going to be explained, but that doesn't get explained, if only because again it gets interrupted by the latter half of the game, which is Abby. Now, it's not to say that I don't hate this part. Like, I don't hate it at all, but it's a disruption of the story that we're promised, because a lot of this game is in its advertising is saying, oh yeah, this is about Ellie's journey of revenge, you know, and like what
actually clearly established revenge is good, all right.
Yes, exactly. And so it's like it shows that basically this is Ellie's story and her path of vengeance and the consequences of that, right? And that's what you're promised, and that's what you want to see. And you basically get Joel, who dies, and then you and Ellie are basically saying, okay, let's fuck these guys up. And so
yeah, let's do revenge. You know how they say in The Last of Us Part 2, let's do this revenge.
Oh my god. And so I was kind of hoping
that's what Ellie starts off the cutscene saying to Tommy, let's go do this revenge.
And so it's like I was and so I was kind of really hoping that like the fact that I was kind of hoping that the direction it would go was it's like maybe like when Ellie is like saying everyone's saying, oh, we should go back, and then maybe they do actually end up going to the gates, but like Ellie ends up closing the gates behind the rest of them, and so she heads back into Seattle, and then maybe we go on from there. We basically have a whole thing where she's like, oh, then she does more and more horrible stuff, but now because she kind of cuts off her support, then we kind of see how she starts spiraling into a kind of darker version of herself, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I would think or would have thought it would have gone, right? But then they change that up with the fact that like Abby just comes in out of nowhere, kills Jesse, and then it's just like, okay, and then she says like, oh, you like, I spared your lives and you wasted it, and then it cuts into Seattle day 1. So a big problem that I had here was the fact that first of all you're playing Joel's killer, right?
Yeah.
And so like, and this is a thing that I feel throughout, and so
yeah. And yeah, because that seems like a spit in the face.
Yeah. It kind of spits in your face
because you can't connect to that.
Yeah, because it's like you saw this guy kill someone that you just loved in the previous game, and he's like the reason why you feel so angry, and so it's like you playing as the killer is just very off-putting, and it's just like ugh, right? And so what was the second thing? The second thing is like this disrupts the pacing of the game, and the fact that because it goes back to Seattle day 1. It's essentially the whole thing with Abby is essentially a whole flashback, right? Which is not good. If only because it's a whole fucking flashback, and
Wait, would you call this flashback the Citizen Kane of flashback?
Oh my god, no! I would not call it the Citizen Kane of flashbacks. All right.
Oh.
And it's just and third it's just like when you're playing her section, it essentially feels like you're starting over again, in which you technically are, because throughout day 1, 2, and 3 with Ellie, you're basically building up her character and just making better and better weapons, and
Yeah.
and
That sounds pretty.
yeah,
good.
that's pretty good, right? It's, at this point, like if you go around long enough, you pretty much have some boss ass weapons, right? But then you play as Abby, and then as Abby, you start over. You can open up your backpack, like you open up your backpack and shit, and it's just like you find that your weapons are basically all back to base. Like she has a different set of weapons and stuff.
Oh, does she have a golf club?
Yeah, no, she doesn't have a golf club.
Is her melee weapon a golf
Oh
club?
my god, if they put a golf club as a melee weapon, I would have been so mad. I honestly would have been. But like, no, but
She's a big fan of golf clubs.
you go back to the starting board. You're right back at 0, and it's annoying, because you were just at this point where you were just basically, you had the playstyle you wanted, but now you have to start back all over again with Abby, and it's annoying. And because of that, it feels like this whole flashback sequence just drags on. If only because of the fact that you're back at 0, you're playing as a character that you don't necessarily like at the beginning of it, right?
Yeah.
So this is where some of the issues start to come in. They don't necessarily begin with Seattle day 1. They begin with another flashback, right? But more with the with Abby, like revealing that Abby was like the daughter of the surgeon who was working on Ellie, for the vaccine and the cure and stuff.
Yeah, big everyone's favorite NPC character.
Yeah.
Big fan. Big fan.
Yeah, and it's just
that's my favorite character from The Last of Us 1.
Jesus.
I name NPC.
God, dude. But yeah, it's just like it's now, to be fair, I don't dislike this or the second half. It's just that the second half doesn't work in conjunction with the first half. And we'll get into that. Because the thing is, with Abby, it's revealed that she was the son of like the surgeon who was working on Ellie. You have a few cutscenes when she's like kind of looking for her dad, where basically.
Oh, did you get a cutscene of Joel killing her dad?
No, you did not. You do not. You get the cutscene of the aftermath, but not of the during.
Oh.
Okay.
That's fucking pointless. How are we supposed to know which character was her dad?
No, you see him, but like because they show her dad, right? And this guy is basically a nice dude, right? They show this very clearly with the fact that there's a zebra that he's been kind of like following around for months to make sure she's all right because she was pregnant, and and he finds her in barbed wire, and then him, Abby, and Owen.
I killed myself. Whoops.
Oh.
I killed myself.
Okay, all right. But yeah, they're basically helping out the zebra, and they free it, and basically the zebra runs off back to its fowl, and so you get the sense like, oh yeah, this is a good guy, this is a good person, right? Now, then they have this there's this discussion that he has with I believe her name was Marlene, the leader of the Fireflies. If I'll just look at that real quick. Yeah, her name was Marlene. She's like the leader of the Fireflies, and they're having a discussion where Marlene just very much doesn't want to operate on Ellie because Ellie is like gonna die from them just making the vaccine, and they the doctor I forget his name, but anyway, Abby's father is arguing with the sense that this is for the best, it will make everything that they've done worth it, right?
Yeah,
which is kind of but then you kind of remember the fact that Ellie was already under before, and she never had a choice in the surgery, right? And so when I'm hearing him say this, I'm like, I thought you were nice, but this is like you're removing Ellie's choice in the matter altogether. This is like the most dickish thing, right? And that's not even going into the whole factor about the Fireflies and the fact that like they try to renege on their deal with Joel, and the fact that they don't even let Joel try to like have like a final conversation with Ellie, and the fact that like there are a whole bunch of arguments on why like the vaccine and the Fireflies thing wouldn't have worked out in the first place, because there's this whole argument like there's one of the arguments is the fact that it is not a guarantee they could have made a vaccine in the first place, and even if they did, they could have just used it as a way to kind of establish their new world order. Say, if you don't join us and follow our ways, you don't get a vaccine. So it's another potential thing. It's like, but that's non-existent at this point. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And so like, then basically her father dies. She knows it's Joel, and then we jump ahead into 4 years afterwards, this into Seattle Day 1, and like it shows with Abby that she's basically having like she's reliving the night that her father died, but what seems like it's a recurring thing, right? She's just haunted by it, and so throughout the story for Abby's story, like they show her kind of interacting with other people, with the people in the group that killed Joel, right? And basically they do their best to humanize him. Like there's this character Manny who I kind of liked, where he's like he's like this kind of dude, like he's very much a military dude. He's for his friends and stuff. And they also do this. They also do these little things where he's like, I'm a dude who watches anime, because apparently they still have anime in the post-apocalypse.
Hey, wait! You can watch anime on your PlayStation Vita, by the way. hey! Do you think people just play anime TV games on their Vita because those are the only games that exist on Vitas?
Yes. Jesus. No, but like it's.
You think everyone's a big fan of those visual novels?
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god! No, they can't play visual novels on PS Vitas. Remember how Sony be.
Well, no. Remember, this was before Sony. Was before Sony hated anime titties. Remember, the Vita only existed to sell anime titties.
Oh, do you think the reason why the apocalypse happens in The Last of Us is because like in that they chose not to abandon anime? Do you think that's why?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Anime is the reason why The Last of Us happens. That's exactly why everything happens. It's not because of some fucking virus. It's because of a fucking anime.
Yeah, who's the anime?
Jesus. No, but they do their best to humanize him in the fact it's like, I watch anime. I do some I enjoy a good drink now and then.
Yeah.
And then
I enjoy my PlayStation Vita.
Yeah, exactly.
While I talk on my Sony phone.
Mm-hmm. And so you get some stuff like that, and then there's this whole thing where basically Abby's story is the fact that excuse me, Isaac, who is the leader of the wolves, is planning a major push on an island to invade the island of the Seraphites, or the Scars as they call them, and a lifelong enemy since like. Probably even before their inception of the wolves, because they provide background information through like letters and and notes to people and stuff like that in newspapers, which is all we really get in the form of a background, because you don't really get to explore much of the history between the wolves and the Seraphites, which is kind of an honest to God shame. But anyway, Isaac wants to make a push towards the island where the Seraphites live, basically with everybody involved. He's basically planning to go in and annihilate them, and he's saying that he wants Abby and everyone else to kind of work and to invade this island. But beforehand, Abby learns that one of her friends had died, and then when Nora, another friend of Abby, she found like that Danny, the friend who had died, was killed by one of the wolves' own guns, and the only other person who was with Danny was Owen. And so so when Abby's like Abby says what happened, she wants to know what happened. She like, oh no, she doesn't learn the whole thing with Danny and Owen yet, but she learns through Isaac that like in Danny's last breath he said that Owen had shot him, right? And so Abby doesn't want to just leave her friend out there and wants to go and find him. when Isaac forbids that, and then but Abby does it anyway, right?
Yeah.
And so Abby goes out to find Owen. She goes through some shit, and then I remember it being, no, yeah, okay. So what happens is that Abby ends up getting captured by Seraphites, and so when she's taken, as she's about to be killed, she's rescued by two kids, Yara and Lev, and those two were Seraphites themselves, and so they cut.
I died again.
Okay, but they basically rescue Abby, and Abby in turn rescues them when they're going through the forest, trying to make sure that they don't die from any of the infected, and so she like they save each other, but then they go off on their own like in separate directions. Like Yara and Lev are basically left in a trailer alone, and then Abby goes off to continue the searching for Owen, and then she finds Owen, and then you have this interesting thing where Owen is saying he's basically tired of like just killing people, because the fact that like the reason why he shot Danny was because he's like the Scar he was about to kill was an old man who just looked ready to die, and he found that he just couldn't do it, even despite the fact that he just killed a whole bunch of other Scars over their lifetime, and and Danny was basically like was threatening to shoot Owen for not killing the Scar, and so he kills Danny in self-defense, and so that's like an interesting thing there. And then it's also important to note that in a flashback they have another flashback within the flashback right away. So which is
there's a flashback within the flashback.
No, yeah, yeah. In day one, she basically has a dream about like how she and Owen used to be in a relationship or something like that. They used to go out, right? But it was clear that there was a disconnect happening, if only because Abby was kind of really focused on the fact that she wanted revenge against Joel. And and revenge basically stops her from focusing on the relationship, and then in another flashback in the day afterwards you find out that like as you do it in the present day that that Abby and Owen had split apart, and then Owen started going out with Mel, and that's a whole thing as well, and so you basically you see how like Abby's want for revenge has kind of strained her relationship around other people, or at least between just Owen and her, and you also kind of see it with Mel as well, but in the present day, but we won't get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is the more important point I'm trying to get across is the fact that in Abby's story, like, because she feels responsible for these kids, and so she goes back and tries to make sure that they're taken care of. And then Yara's condition is worse than because she had her arm broken, and then she ends up basically at this point they find out that she has to lose her arm or else it would turn into gangrenous. And so they have to go get supplies, and then basically Abby and Lev go off to get those supplies to basically ensure that Yara has the best possible chance of living. And then during this thing, you see that she's kind of bonding with Lev, and it's like they're kind of mirroring the whole Abby, like with Abby and Lev, they're kind of mirroring The Last of Us Part 1 with Joel and Ellie, where she's like kind of because like she's helping these kids out, she's reconnecting with her humanity, and it's like it feels like she's letting go of that hatred and stuff, right? And like after she gets the medical supplies, and they help Yara, they like for the first time in Abby's life, like when she goes to rest and she goes to sleep, she basically has a dream where instead of like going through a door and finding her father dead, she finds her father like standing up there, and she finds her father alive and looking at her, and there's like the smile and it cuts, right? And it's a nice way of showing like Abby's starting to let go and move on, and and then there's still some character drama because like Abby and Owen like slept together on the first night. And then Mel is like, I guess she found out, and she's telling Abby she's a piece of shit, and that
Yeah.
like if she wanted really cared for these kids, she would like make sure she wouldn't be a part of their lives, that kind of thing. And I know like then there's this whole thing with Yara and Lev, where Lev wants to go and bring his mother back from the island, but Yara basically says don't do that, because a major like a thing that like a major point is like that Lev identifies as a boy but was born as biologically as a girl, right? And so because of that, because she identifies as a boy, and like or well, you know, Lev identifies as a male, and he Lev basically defies tradition within the Seraphites, and so Lev was cast out, and Yara follows after Lev to take care of him, and this is the reason why why they go against their own people in the first place. And so Lev going back to get their mother, and their mother is like basically devout Seraphite, and then Yara knows that their mother would basically just sooner kill Lev rather than accept Lev, and Yara knows Lev going there is suicide, because everybody there would know who Lev is, and it's just pure suicidal. And so they go on the night where they basically the wolves are planning the attack on the island. And so basically they go in, they rescue Lev, but you know Lev had to kill had to kill their mother, and you know that's the whole thing. But as they're trying to escape the island, Isaac tries to stop him, almost considers killing Abby, and then Yara instead kills Isaac in turn, and Yara dies, and then it's just like Abby and Lev and stuff, and then you know it's the whole island's on fire. They start riding through and then they escape, right? And then it kind of ends on them returning to the aquarium, which is where Owen and Mel were killed by Ellie, and then that's when you playing as Abby go back to the aquarium, go to the theater and you know find Ellie and basically you know destroy everyone there, and so here my issue with Abby's part is just like I don't dislike Abby, okay, not well. Okay, not entirely true. I like her, but I also hate her, because when you're going through her story, it's like I like her, like, and I like the stuff that I see, and I also happen to sometimes like the people, but what happens is like, oh, it's like, yeah, that's kind of fun. It's like that's kind of fun. It's like, oh, I like this person. Then you're kind of struck with the fact like, oh wait, but they killed Joel.
Yeah.
Right, and so. It's like
that seems like a big deal breaker.
It's a very big deal breaker. It's like I would like to like you guys, but you killed Joel, and I understand. I also understand the other importance of why they want show you Abby's side, because they're humanizing like these characters, you know, to kind of drive home like, oh, murder is bad or whatever, right?
Yeah, just like when Anakin kills those younglings.
Yeah. And so, like, it was like, revenge is bad, but it's like...
That's the Star Wars reference we're putting.
Yeah, exactly.
I spent all this time waiting just to plug in that Star Wars reference.
Oh my god. And so, it's like...
We reached the Star Wars reference quota now.
Because she has, like... But it's like this whole thing where it's like, oh, I would like you guys, but you killed Joel. And it's just like...
Yeah.
Because we have, like... Because everybody loves Joel, this is like... This kind of sours everything you would have liked about, like, Abby and everyone else, right? And there's also the fact that Abby is kind of a piece of shit. But and the thing is there's also this thing like where Abby basically because like she like Ellie's killed all of her friends and stuff. Abby is kind of like again kind of wants to fuck her up, and so Ellie becomes like the final boss. And so you're playing as Abby trying to kill Ellie, which is another thing. You're you're killing a person that you kind of like. And the thing is, as much as you may like Abby, you sympathize more with Ellie because of what happened to Joel, right? And it's also the fact that Ellie hasn't been driven so far to a point where she doesn't feel like a monster to us. And so like. Abby doing what she does to Ellie was just kind of like very like there's a disconnect there, and the fact that this doesn't work. None of it works, and the fact that Abby's story feels like it's of her about letting go of her hatred and her need for revenge, but it doesn't work if only because she already has her revenge, too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like they have these two stories like that are very good and interesting, but because you put these two stories together, they don't mesh well, you know. And there's also the fact that with Abby's part of the story, they show you and humanize these characters, and you as before as Ellie have killed these characters, and then it's supposed to be this kind of thing where like, oh, we're a fucking monster because we killed these people, but it doesn't work for a number of things. For one, in most cases, you are forced to kill them. You as the player are forced to kill these people. You did not choose to kill these people. The game forced you to kill them, right? And so because if it was a choice of like letting them go or killing them, then that would be a different story. But because the game forces you to kill them, it like the whole revenge is bad thing is kind of moot, right? Because it's not like I would have chosen this. I would like there was a moment in the game where I was ambushed as Ellie. I was on a workbench trying to mod my gun, and when I was done modding my gun,
Can you get attacked when you're modding your weapon?
It was only the one time, and it was done effectively.
Okay.
It was done well.
Oh, because that's such a weird gameplay element. I was like,
no, it was done as a kind of thing to surprise you.
I mean, that would be an interesting gameplay element.
It would be, but it's like it was only done the once, and the workbenches are usually found in places that are safe places. And so, but yeah, that's why it's like when it was done the one time it was effective, because like you think this place is safe, but then it's not. Yeah. And so, there's this moment where I basically kill all these people who are trying to kill me, and then I start mailing at this one other person, and it gives me and you know she's on the ground, and it gives me this option to strike at her, which would be basically be killing her, right? But then I basically, as a player moment myself, I just like, okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna approach you. I'm not even gonna attack you. I'm just gonna walk away, right? But of course, the character's like, please, you don't have to do this, right? And so like, you know what? You're right. I'm not. And so I basically step back. But the NPC doesn't choose to run away. She grabs her gun and tries to shoot me again anyway, and then I kill her. You know. Oh. And so
so basically the game gives like a false promise.
Yeah.
Like a false promise basically.
Yeah, it's a false promise type of thing. And there's also another point which plenty of people have discussed. But when I was playing as Ellie, approaching the aquarium when I'm trying to look for Abby, and this is where Owen and Mel dies, I'm attacked by a dog. Now, I didn't have a choice to go around this dog or find some way of not killing this dog. They don't give me a choice.
Is a dog part of revenge?
No, because does
the dog have a revenge story?
No, here's what I'm saying. Because the thing is, I'm like me as Ellie. I'm forced to kill this dog. It's a survival situation where basically I'm trying to like not die versus this dog killing me.
Do you think this dog is having sort of revenge for you killing its parents in the last game?
Jesus Christ, dude! But
this dog has traveled across Seattle just to kill you.
Exactly, man. You traveled all the way to Seattle to be raised up and trained as a killer, in order to kill Ellie.
Yeah.
But it's like you're forced to kill this dog, right? And so it's like it's a situation where you're like it's either you live or you die, and so like in this like I don't blame Ellie at all, but like when you're looking through Abby's perspective, Abby.
You look through the dog's perspective.
No, we don't go through the dog's perspective. But Abby is basically.
Oh damn! I want to play as the dog.
You basically play fetch with these dogs, and it's supposed to make you think, oh, you should feel bad because these dogs were raised, and you played with them. Don't you feel bad for it? It's like, no, I don't feel bad because first of all, it's a survival situation. Second of all, you forced me to kill those dogs, and third of all, you forced me to kill everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the situation and the fact that if it was like a matter of Ellie basically if they give you the player a choice of just basically being able to sneak through every mission and basically making it through, then yeah, I would take it, right? But the fact is like in some cases they force Ellie or you the player to kill these people, and it's just like. I know you want to kind of drive the fact that revenge is bad, but it doesn't work if you take the choice out of it. You know? There are a whole bunch of other things I'll get into, but I'm gonna end it here on this point for this section.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Is this the stopping off
We'll
point?
stop it here, okay?
Okay.
And I took way too long on this anyway.
Just as we try to stop the last day of American crimes. That's the segue again.
Okay, yeah, there's a segue. Oh my god.
Hey, this has a long Wikipedia page entry. Someone's a real big fan of this movie, apparently.
Yeah, I know. It's 5, 6, 7, 8.
Do you think the actual fucking screenwriter came and wrote this?
I mean, they might as well, you know.
God, this is so fucking
I wouldn't
long.
be fucking
Why
surprised,
can't someone have done this to Beyond the Law, starring Steven Seagal, featuring Steven Seagal, and with credit Steven Seagal.
Look, man, I don't fucking know, but like, do I even want to write it or read it? I mean,
no. Would you just want to talk about this movie?
I mean, yeah, we'll talk about this movie.
I mean, to be fair, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I know. Oh, but God, this movie was okay. So I guess I'll start it off. But man, this movie was kind of just boring and bland, wasn't it?
When I didn't know what happened in this movie, and I watched. Also, this movie was unnecessarily long as well.
Yeah, I know. It really dragged this movie.
Yeah, like I feel like this movie was 3 different movie plots in one movie.
Yeah,
I felt like there was 3 different storylines going on. I was like, oh, because at first I thought this was a heist. I thought this was like a crime. I mean, well, this is a crime, but like this was like type of like crime movie, crime movie. But then it ended up being a heist movie at some point, and I was like, is this a heist movie now or something?
Yeah.
Then it ended up being a different heist movie at another point. Oh, it's a different heist. I was like, oh wow, there's a lot of heist movie in this heist movie.
Yeah,
right?
it's just a lot of like it's just kind of like, I don't know, like there's Charlotte Copley's character, the cop, who has a storyline, which is not much of a storyline.
Oh, by the way, the cast list only lists 6 characters for this movie.
Right. There is there is Brick's the character. There's Brick's storyline. There's I guess there is a bit. There's like 2 subplots with like the romantic interest. What was her name? Was it Shelby? I want to say it was Shelby. Yeah, there was a subplot with Shelby or Dupree, and then there's a subplot with Kevin Cash.
What a name! What a name that is, Kevin Cash.
Yeah, I know. And then there's like this whole cop thing, which is also another subplot. But yeah, it's just like, first of all, this movie is just...
Also, apparently this movie had a very bad release time window.
Yeah, it really did. It really did.
Yeah.
This happens to be the fact that
as I'm reading the second line of the Wikipedia page, which we will not mention.
Yeah. Because the thing is, it happened to, like... First of all, I feel like this film wanted to say something, but it doesn't really say anything at all. Because they had this whole thing with this
die.
No, you didn't die. You didn't die. You lived. You lived.
Okay. I have to look up a guide to do this mission. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah. For some reason, I thought this was the Purge movie at some point.
I thought this was the Purge movie. I mean,
I thought
it's like
the way that they made it sound was like oh, okay, it's just I thought this was gonna be like some type of Purge movie where like, oh yeah, you there's only gonna be 1 day left for you to do crime before like the government fucking puts up 5G towers to control people's mind.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Like that's what I thought what this movie was, but it was like it just goes off the place. I legitimately felt like this was trying to be like some type of anthology movie where we just focus on different characters doing crime on the last day or some shit. But then it's not. There's just like this big confusing mess.
Yeah, but God, it's just like because like they had, okay, yeah, where was I? No, because they had like, I feel like this movie wanted to say something, right? But because there's this interesting thing about like this thing called the API, which is I believe they called it the American Peace Initiative.
Yeah.
It's basically it's basically where the American government is apparently they figured out some kind of signal to a release that basically if you're thinking about committing a crime that you won't do it when they have the signal up, right? And so and so that's an interesting aspect in and of itself, because it's like that opens up like questions like what can the government do and where can it end? Because it's like if they can stop you from committing crimes, what else can they stop you from doing? And if they can stop you from something, can they make you do something else? You know, and so it's like there's this whole mind control aspect with the government and stuff, right? And it could bring up interesting questions about like rights to privacy and like and then how far should a government control its citizens, and when should it just let you do what you do, that kind of thing. But the film doesn't explore that at all, and it's just like instead it kind of explores this whole thing with Brick, and the fact like I think they try to make him a sympathetic character or something, because in the opening narration they basically explain that Brick was like a cold killer, right? And the only thing that he really cared for was like his brother, and so there's this whole thing where he's basically trying to what do you call it? Like his brother dies, and so he decides to do this heist as a form of revenge against the American government who killed his brother. But even that's kind of dull, if only because like first of all, this movie drags on forever. It's like a 2 hour 2 hour 30 movie.
Yeah, this really took a while. I was waiting for this movie. I felt like this movie ended at like 5 different points just for it to start again. I was like, oh, okay.
No, yeah, it really does, and this is because at the ending of it, it's like they have this ending point where it's like he's in a truck, and then basically they pull off the heist or whatever, and like he and it feels like the characters are going to die, but then they do this thing where it's like, oh no, they're not going to die. One character says the other. Then they have this thing where it's like, they make it to the boats, and then she leaves, and it feels like it might end around that point, but then it goes back to to Dupree, and Dupree is spreading out the ashes of Rory, and then it feels like it might end there, but it doesn't end there, and it's like her driving in the car, and if you feel like it's gonna end with her driving away, and it kind of does, but not at the moment you think, because then music starts playing. And then she's all kind of, it shows you that she's kind of happy or whatever, and then she drives off, and then that's when it ends. So I feel like you could it should have ended earlier, but you only wanted to have ended earlier because this movie it's very fucking dull. Like it's like it doesn't feel like it's this movie says it's an action thriller, but it doesn't feel like there's really any good action. It doesn't really thrill either.
I closed the window by accident. Let me pull that back up.
Like,
okay, there we go.
It definitely needed some like cuts here and there.
This probably could have been split into a completely different movie.
Yeah, and it's just like there were wasted storylines that just don't make sense, and I feel like this whole thing with Charlton Copley's character, he's a cop, and then I don't know if he's supposed to like become a cop who just enjoys killing or something, because all I ever see is like he kills one person, he's affected by it, he goes back on a job, he wants to do a beat, and he's just driving around. I don't remember if he actually does anything, and then I don't know, I feel like he's supposed to be like this antagonist, but he doesn't feel like an antagonist because his character goes up against Dupree, and then they're basically fighting each other. And I think there was supposed to be a statement about the API, because the cop basically has like this thing implanted in him. I guess it's supposed to make him immune to the signal, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And I suppose that was supposed to be a statement about like how the cops can do whatever the fuck they want. But it doesn't. It never really felt like it, because there was never really a focus on that lesson at all. Because it's not like I saw this guy needlessly killing people or doing whatever the fuck he wanted. And it was just weird. It's like
Yeah.
everything. It feels like the film is trying to say something, but it never go like it's like, oh, here's an interesting question. We'll never answer it. You know, especially with the API, because it's like, I don't know if they're trying to say, oh, you know, freedom for all, or whatever the fuck. Because it's like, I don't like they just
or maybe they're trying to tell us awareness about 5G cell towers. All right.
I don't know.
Them 5G towers that are causing the coronavirus. Maybe this film was a warning. And we chose to ignore it.
God, sure, that's exactly what it is. But it just seems so odd. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to be taking from this. Like it just seems like it doesn't know what it wants to do.
Yeah, that was me, bro. Like I was so fucking confused. I was like I said, there's so many fucking unneeded subplots going on at the same time at the main plot. And I feel like this movie just have like so much completely different plot lines. I mean like so many different plots just happening all around it, and it got lost in itself.
Yeah,
right.
Because it doesn't like it has so much to say, but because it has so much, it doesn't focus on any of it, and so it's like
a lot of people get killed in this movie apparently, according to the Wikipedia entry.
Really? Where does that say that?
A lot. I'm just skimming through this Wikipedia entry, which is like this Wikipedia entry is longer than any other part of the page.
Jesus, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna go to view history. Who the fuck wrote this Wikipedia entry? Let's see. All right. Oh wow. Some guy. This Wikipedia plot entry is around 8,577 characters long.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, this guy was a real big fan of the last day of American crime. Oh, he's from England. All right, that explains it. He's a big fan of American crime.
God, dude. I don't.
Oh wow, he has a lot of plots. According to I'm going through this person's fucking Wikipedia history. All he does is add movie plots, but the problem is they're all fucking long.
So he just feels like extending them to like ungodly amounts of paragraphs or something like that.
Yeah, he really wants us to get into this movie, into these movies.
Well, that's the thing with this movie. Is just like it's not there's nothing worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say other than it's just like it's dull and boring, and whatever it has to say, it doesn't say anything at all because it's just like it doesn't focus on any one lesson.
Yeah, because I don't remember anything about this movie whatsoever. Because due to the fact that I felt like I was watching like 3 different movies going on at this point. I had at points in this movie I had to make sure I was still watching this movie. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how confused I was because I felt like they were trying. Because originally I thought this movie was just them trying to do a big crime, but then it involves them trying to do one big crime before the signal. But then along the way it devolves into them trying to now stop the signal. I guess it was like I guess they're trying to stop the signal now. But along the way they have to do all these other tasks that aren't related to it. So I was like, okay, right. We gotta do side quests before we do along this main quest. Right.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. This movie is the Skyrim of video games, as some would call it.
Jesus Christ, dude. But it's just like it's because it has so much. It's just like it drags on, and I'm just like. Mm-hmm. It also doesn't help the fact that a lot of the actors feel like they're just like they don't really care, you know. Mm-hmm. Because it just feels like they're just doing the scene, and they just don't really care about what they're doing, you know. They don't really. Mm-hmm. They're acting, and they don't. It feels like they don't care.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh well, this is a movie not to care about, and it's so like. I don't know if they want to make a comment on police brutality or just the fact about government and its control over people.
This movie just came out around the same time where it became a big issue in the United States.
Yeah, it doesn't help that it came out during something like that too, especially in the fact that it's like there's like there is some real there is some police brutality in the film, especially
apparently the director for this movie also did Taken's 2 and Taken's 3.
Oh no. Maybe that explains it.
But he didn't do, but he didn't do the first Taken, so it's fine.
Well, yeah,
It's
the first
fine.
Taken was good. I don't know about the other ones, but I know the first one was good. I know everyone hated it.
Was there anything after? Did it continue after Taken 3?
I don't think so. I think they ended it on
Oh,
Taken 3.
damn! Taken 4, Taken for the 4th time.
I mean, who else are they gonna take? Liam Neeson's dog?
No, Liam Neeson himself.
Liam Neeson himself. Jesus
He's
Christ.
taken, and now he must become untaken.
Oh my god.
Oh, there was a TV show? What the fuck? Was there a Taken TV show? Oh, what the fuck?
There's a TV show?
There was a Taken TV show that came out in 2017.
Huh.
It ran for 2 seasons apparently.
For,
Oh, it was an origin story of Liam Neeson's character. Okay, yeah, that's not as exciting.
I mean, maybe? I don't know. How was it?
Okay. It ran for 2 seasons. Well,
Yeah.
That's
Oh, well, I guess that's what says it, I suppose.
Let's see. What's the average viewership? Season 1 had around 4 million people watching it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a TV show that around 4 million people watch each episode. It was high. It was like 4 to 5 million people each episode. That's pretty good. Season 2, it tried to reach 2 million people per episode. Okay, that says a lot. Yeah, that says a lot about your show then.
God, dude.
Okay. Fuck, I can't believe there was a Taken TV show. Fuck, does fucking Liam Neeson... Okay, bro. That's the plot of Taken 4. Liam Neeson has to go back in time and prevent himself from being taken.
He has to prevent himself from being taken? No, you see...
He has to prevent his younger self from being taken.
No, you see, Taken 4 is when he's taken. Taken 5 is when he travels back to prevent being taken.
Oh. No. Taken 5 is when his younger self travels into the future to stop his older self from being taken.
But wait, how does he know? How does he know? Does his future self sends a message saying, "Help me from being taken"? And he's like, "All right, future self,
you're
I'll
the
fucking
only
do it."
person. The only person that can save me from being taken is myself.
Oh my god! So it's like Looper, but opposite. All right, cool.
Yeah, this is the opposite of Looper. Jesus Christ! I forgot about the plot. It's been so long since I've seen Looper. I forgot about the plot of Looper.
Oh my
Jesus
god,
Christ.
dude.
Hey, can we have Liam Neeson team up with his younger self versus Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt that played
Yeah,
him?
that was Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we have Liam Neeson and who the fuck played Clive Standen? I guess that's his character's name. I guess that's his person's name. Can we have Liam Neeson and Clive Standen team up to fight Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yes, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Taken Loop. And hold on. What would be the title? Would it be Taken Looper or Looper Taken?
Taking the loop. Okay.
Taken Jesus fucking, that's even more fucking stupid. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Can we submit this to Aerostorm Entertainment?
Oh my god. You know what? Do it. Fucking do it. I'm gonna fucking do it right now, man. Oh my god.
Jesus fucking how the fuck did we get here?
God, I think it's because we watched fucking The Last Days of American Crime. Oh my god. There's really nothing to be said about a dull movie because it's just like there's like literally nothing in it. Like,
yeah, this movie isn't exciting. There's nothing. It's not. This wasn't a very exciting movie. Like I don't like movies that have a long runtime if it means we get substance for it. But I just don't want fucking unneeded fucking filler that adds nothing to the movie.
yeah,
That's the problem with this movie felt like. Right?
it's just a whole bunch of blah, and it's like it doesn't know what to say, what it wants to say, and it also feels.
Can we re-edit this movie?
I mean, if you want to re-edit it, that's all you, man. I'm good. I'm fine.
Into the lesser days of American crime.
The lesser days of American crime. You know what? Sure, go for it, man.
That's what we'll call it. Jesus Christ.
Or you could just call instead if you're afraid of copyright, you could call it the final weeks of Canadian villainy or something like that. I don't know.
God, fucking I love how fucking stupid we got off topic with this.
Yeah,
with this goddamn thing. Oh fuck! This movie was so fucking bad. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going through the Wikipedia to see if there's anything interesting for us to read and shit post about, but there isn't because everything not related to the plot is politics about real world situation, which doesn't help trying to make jokes about. Because you don't joke about that.
Hey Austin, Do you want to go
What?
ahead and edit the plot synopsis and just write, "Don't watch this"?
Okay, hold on, wait, I have a VPN. Hold on. Let's turn on my VPN real quick. I'm in Canada.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Hold on.
Alright,
You are not. Okay, no. Okay, hold on.
tell me
Hold on.
when you edit it so I can refresh and see this shit. I'll take a screenshot for posterity.
Hold on. I got me to put the links to do those hyperlinks. All right.
Did you do it?
Oh, hold on. Is it allowing me to? Ooh. Okay, you're okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, gotta make sure I'm on an. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm in Canada. All right, cool.
God.
Okay, there we go. All right, done.
Oh god.
Yeah, I did it.
Alright. Okay,
Oh wait, hold on, wait. Okay, damn, I can't. Oh fuck, Wikipedia's thinking I'm committing vandalism. Fuck, I can't edit because due to the fact that this plot is so excessive, I can't remove content from it. Fuck.
Wait, what if
Fuck
you
Wikipedia.
what if you add to the end of it, "Don't watch this"?
Oh, no, okay. Okay, I figured out what to add. Okay, hold on. Oh, I misspelled. Oh, hold on. Oh, gotta make sure I'm still in Canada.
Oh my god.
Right, let me look up. Let's see where am I at right now. Hold on. Let me quickly make sure my VPN is still working. Okay, good. I'm in Canada. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, there we go. That's the plot line.
I'm taking a screenshot of that. Oh my god. Oh my.
There we go. That's the real last day of American Crime Royals.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of the last two lines. That'll be fine. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh wait, I just remembered the last line, and this last line makes it seem so much worse.
What?
Wow, that's not a good. The last two, the real last line of this plot synopsis, right?
Uh-huh.
About them spreading the ashes. Did you read my line?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
no.
This might have been a mistake.
Nah, man.
Don't worry, it's fine. Don't worry, they'll never catch me. I'm in Canada. It's fine.
Oh my god. Here you fucking
Damn,
go.
they undid my edit already. That was fast. Damn, it wasn't even.
Don't worry, I have it recorded for posterity.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
There we go.
That's fucking beautiful. No, but yeah, it's a shit movie. Don't watch it.
All right, there we go. That was the real last day of American Crime.
All right.
Okay, I managed to make this as long as you ranting about The Last of Us 2 somehow.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I think it's around more or less. It's actually less. But all right. But there we go. All right. All right. There we go. That was the last day of us. The last day of us part 2.
Jesus Christ, dude.
All right. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands. Kate, thanks. Bye.